Well, good afternoon. I hope it's good afternoon there in Austin. I'm Abe Bonowitz here in Columbus, Ohio, and with me um, from Austin, Texas, is Reverend Dr. Jeff Hood and Noah Dubois. Am I saying that right? And
Yes.
we're talking about Stephen Nelson, and his scheduled execution is February 5th, and there's lots of issues to be concerned about. So, Jeff and Noah, what have you been up to today in Austin?
Well, we've been doing a variety of interviews and conversations. We are kind of checking on signs and a billboard and all different things that we've put together to basically share the message that there's no reason to execute Stephen Nelson. I think that we're under no illusion that this is a difficult moment for Stephen, for Noah, but also for trying to push and trying to get something to happen. But it's like I think we've talked about many times that our job is to give people the opportunity to do the right thing. We can't make anybody do the right thing, but our job is to give them that opportunity. And so that's what we're doing. Giving folks the opportunity, sharing the message, and letting people know that Stephen didn't kill anybody, but even more than that, there's no reason to kill somebody to show the rest of the state that killing people is wrong. It's just not necessary.
Thank you, Jeff. Noah, you've been doing a tremendous job creating this campaign, and I wanted to invite you to share a little bit about Stephen and how he's doing, and when was the last time you visited him, and anything else you'd like to say about the moment that we're in.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me. Thank you for giving me the light. Yes, indeed, we started the campaign. I mean, when we heard the date, I believe it was the beginning of summer. Since then, I mean, I've been trying to do everything I can um, to kind of spread the message. Tell Stephen's story. Today is a big day because his lawyers, as we speak, are publishing the clemency petition, and we are also submitting 4 new claims for the trial. So that's good. Stephen is doing as best as he can, knowing his situation. Today marks our 3 weeks schedule, like timeline. He has 3 weeks left to live. It's a hard balance to stay positive and prepared at the same time. I think this is where, at least my personal story and experience is, how can you maintain hope and be prepared um, when those two are in quite different position in the spectrum, quite opposite. Um, and quite frankly, we just decided to, stay hopeful. There is no need to wake up, every day and think negatively that we're gonna die. I think the best I can hope for Stephen is that he will realize and it will hit 5 minutes before he dies. Um, and as soon as we have hope, we're just gonna wake up and force ourselves to have a good day, crack jokes, and just hope. That's what we can do. Hope and hope that people will see that this is a huge injustice and that we can still do something about this case.
Yeah, I think that that's something that I would feel like we were really learning and kind of teaching each other and helping each other understand that hope is a choice, and we choose to hope that Stephen will not be executed. We choose to hope that the people of Texas will do the right thing. We choose to hope, and by choosing to hope, we are actively working. That hope is a basis for action, and and that's what we're consistently trying to tell the reporters that we engage with. They say, well, how do you feel? Well, of course, if we allowed ourselves to, we'd be on the ground crying and screaming and crying and beating the ground. But I think we feel
Jeff?
we have chosen to hope.
Oh, you went away for a moment. Can you hear me? Jeff, can you hear me?
I mean, we can't afford otherwise.
No.
We can't afford it. So, yeah, it only makes sense that we're here standing, hoping, and fighting.
Right. That's right. That's right.
Okay, so I want to ask you, Jeff, of course, you're serving.
Abe, you still there?
Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
This thing sometimes doesn't work that well.
Sounds like we've got a bit of a signal question down there. Jeff, can you hear me? All right. Well,
Abe, are you still there?
yes, I am. Jeff, can you hear me? We are.
Well, it looks like Abe has gotten disconnected, but I think for us and for where we're at, we just are not going to stop. We're not going to stop pushing. We're not going to stop working, and we know that that we're going to give everything we got. We're dedicated to that. We believe we can. Not just maybe not. Maybe we stop the execution. Maybe we don't. But I do believe that we can create hope. That's what we've chosen to do.
And every day, I think, at least for me, and I know for Jeff as well, is tackling our day knowing that we are doing the best we can. We've all
We're having some. Oh, there they are again. Looks like a signal issue. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I think that's really. Go ahead, Dave.
It just sounds like there's been some signal issues, but the stream has been going on along, so I'm glad to. Thanks for keeping it going. The question. There you go again. Snafu is happening again. There we go. So
it's really hard to hear you.
Understood. We'll have to figure out this piece for the next one. What can you talk about hope, and you talk about keeping spirits up, but you also talk about being in action. And what are the actions that people can do to help?
I think for now, because we still have motion in the courts as of today. Like I said earlier, like the lawyers are submitting the claims. For now, we need to share his story. We need to, let the world know that there is another side to the story. Because Stephen deserves to be heard. He never had the opportunity. Nobody ever gave him the opportunity to be heard, and I think today this is what at least we are trying to do, while the court gets in motion and before reaching the clemency phase. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to get sign the petitions. I think that's super important. I think it's important to share articles and information that's coming out from the campaign. Again, social media obviously is a powerful tool, and I think the more that we share, the more that we give people the opportunity to hear a different side, a different message. I think the more we are actively playing a part in changing the narrative. I think also with Noah on Justice for Stephen Nelson's Facebook page, there are ways to help the campaign. That could be really helpful financially. Noah has spent a lot of money on a lot of this stuff, and that would be also really helpful.
Yeah, that would be a good way to feel that, you know, it's not just me against the world, and that we have, you know, supporters and people who are like on our side, you know, to fight and support this. Because I mean, definitely has a cost emotionally, but also like financially.
I personally made a donation. I want to invite everybody to go to SaveStephen.com, where you can see all the details about this case. We also have a petition, of course, at deathpenaltyaction.org, and we invite you to go read about this, share about it, use your social media. This is the next execution that's set in Texas on February 5th. And you all have been doing some unusual activity in terms of, you know, there's not a whole lot of prisoners that have advocacy like what you're doing, including, you know, putting up posters in places, and there's a billboard. Do you have any pictures of that you can share with us? Otherwise, you know, people can find it on the social media, but on the stream, I wonder if you have something on your phone you can hold up to the camera, maybe, and share on this stream. Is there anything you can show us from where you're at right now?
No, we're actually right in front of the Capitol, so we can't. We're beneath some sort of monument, but there will be pictures to share on Death Penalty Action's Facebook page, and the coming emails sent out from Death Penalty Action.
And unfortunately, it was a moment really anchored into like temporality. Most of the posters has been taken down, which makes sense. I believe as of this morning, we have one standing that I want to check after this moment here. I think we have one standing in like one of the streets there. But yeah, it was a ephemeral temporary moment.
Okay, right. So again, the key issue around this case is it's a law of parties case. Steven Nelson was present to the crime but did not commit the murder, and that's the argument that we're trying to make heard. Is, you know, we should not be executing somebody that did not kill anybody, especially when the actual killers are walking free.
That's
That's the situation that's going on in this case. So, you know, it's time for people to be making sure that we're signing the petitions, that we're sharing information about this. What else is what's coming up the next week or two, while we wait to see what happens with the litigation and with the application for clemency?
Yeah, I mean, we're basically trying to sort of, in the next 2 weeks, to let the stories that we've done come out, and let people interact with those stories, while at the same time preparing for the final week. And hopefully what we're going to get from the litigation is a real chance in the last week to fight for Steven's life. And, you know, we're waiting and preparing for that moment.
Yeah. So the package has been submitted today as we speak, like right behind us, alongside with the 4 new claims. And I think right now it's going to be in the hands of, you know, Texas Supreme Court. And after that, we're going to wait. Hopefully, like, we don't have to bring it to the Fifth Circuit, but I guess we'll see how it goes. We'll see the answer, and yeah, we're waiting.
Okay, well, you know, we're grateful at Death Penalty Action that you were able to make the time to share with us. You've had a number of interviews with the media today. You mentioned that already a little bit. Can you tell us who your interviews were with today, so we can be watching for that?
Yeah, the Texas Observer, that should be coming out. Texas Monthly, Austin American Statesman, here in Austin, the alternative newspaper, Austin Chronicle. And there's been a couple of others, Dallas Morning News. There's a story in USA Today coming out. And so we're, you know, trying to stay focused on, obviously right now, Austin, but Texas in general. this is a very local case, hasn't gotten a ton of national attention. So, and right now, I mean, it's, we're focused on Texas because this is in Texas.
Yeah, and I think like that's why also like pushed me to make the drive from LA to Texas for the final month is to be on the ground, to be ready, to be available. um, I felt that like I could do more if I was in Texas, so that was also my, I drove there. And
Well, that's like a good organizer. No, I hope that your space in Los Angeles is safe. It's a bit of a crazy situation to be not at home when all that is going on.
yeah, I had to evacuate, but it's all good. It's under control. That was
She has friends taking care of her stuff.
yeah, I was in between two fires, so I had to leave. But yeah, I'm good. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Of course. All right. Well, we'll take advantage of the opportunity another time, perhaps, to get online and share about this. Perhaps if we don't get relief in the next couple of weeks. But in any case, there will be lots of news items. We just heard really an incredible amount of coverage. If the interviews and when the interviews are published, they'll be up on the Save Stephen Nelson, or the Justice for Stephen Nelson Facebook page, but also the SaveStephen.com web page, which is, you've got in the scroller underneath us is the link to that, as well as on the Death Penalty Action social media. And I'm sure on Jeff's blog, he'll be posting more about this too. Any final thoughts before we shut it down? There's a couple dozen people at least that are watching right now. I do want to say, if you're watching right now, again, go to SaveStephen.com and sign the petition there. Go to Death Penalty Action and sign the petition there. Make donations in both places, of course. And share this conversation on your social media. Wherever you're watching it, please share this stream so that other people can hear directly from Noah and from Jeff about what they're doing on the ground in Austin. Any final thoughts?
Yeah, thank you, Abe. We do appreciate Death Penalty Action, the work that you do, the work that the organization does. And my phone is about to die, so I think that's going to be it for us.
I also personally wanted to amplify that message. I am very grateful for your help, for Death Penalty Action's help to amplify the message, and just help us. And I'm again grateful for the donation, the platform. Thank you very much for everything that you were doing for me, for my family, for Stephen. And
okay, well, please.
Stay.
Thank you. Please let Stephen know that lots of people are praying for him and working for him, and we're going to spread the word and keep fighting. And hopefully we don't have to see you down in Texas in a few weeks.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Abe. Talk to you soon.
You take care. All right. So and talking about and see, and we're right under there are January South and people to be and black South and election with in spotlight. All and we have just less than 5 days now to put to of people and Let's not execute to make that. So, of course, shut down the lines if they're else. And also, the U.S. government, your get the get to open up again. Why not? I want that work sections also that's with times 9 o'clock on social media. There's a register about president the job of that is Martin Luther King and hey, sure we're working Stephen the ticker action do can to spread and invite others to help as well. Okay. Have a great day.